Supergirl, what we heard on the panel was just immediately beautiful to me. It sounded like flying, and I started to think about the original flying theme from John Williams, and I know you're a big fan. Was that an influencer? Seems like a dumb question, but
no,
you know.
it's not a dumb question. John was a huge influencer on the Supergirl because we wanted to do a traditional sounding score that was in keeping with his scores from Superman. So I wanted to do like an all orchestral thing. And he's been an influence all my life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was fun to write because it's funny you said flying because that's literally what I scored to with that theme. I just put an image up because I didn't have video at that point, and I just put an image up of her flying and just wrote some things. And the hard thing about that was it couldn't sound like Arrow, it couldn't sound like the Flash, and it had to be traditional. And then I had John Williams tapping on my shoulder. Theoretically.
Was there another element of making it sound like as a female theme? Because there was that kind of conversation in the audience that I had actually thought about. Writing for one versus.
I hadn't thought about that till today either. But I don't think you can approach music with gender
right.
at all.
I agree. Right.
You can't.
I mean, what am I talking about? What do I know? But I'm saying.
I mean, people will say like, "Oh, it sounds girly because it's got flutes or something." But I mean, I use flutes on men. I use trombones on women. It's modern times. People.
You mean figuratively, not literally.
Figuratively.
Right.
Hey now.
How did you approach the main theme of Supergirl?
Oh, I'm sorry?
How did you approach the main theme of Supergirl?
How did I do it?
Yes. What was the inspiration for this?
The inspiration was since she's a cousin of Superman, we wanted to make it, cut from the same cloth, sort of in the same style of the Williams scores from Superman, Richard Donner's films. So I know those scores really well, but I didn't want to. I don't feel like it's possible for me to do as good as John Williams, so I kind of had to put that away and write my own thing. But I wanted it to be. I wanted to be heroic and anthemic, but I also wanted to be fun because I think on this show, like Arrow's a very dark show. Flash runs the middle of being dark and light, and I think that Supergirl's gonna be a pretty light show. I don't know if you got to see the pilot, but she has some fun.
Yeah, yeah.
But you want her to be powerful, and not. It's funny because even in the show they address the fact she's called Supergirl and not Superwoman. But the character's been called that since the 50s, maybe. So I just